This is Zane Goldthorpe with ProWriters, and in this class, we are going to discuss the extreme limitations of endorsing cyber on a BOP. One of the biggest misconceptions we see among insurance agents and insureds is believing they are covered for cyber breaches because they added a cyber endorsement to their business owner's policy, or BOP. Let's take a quick look at how this situation plays out once the insured has an actual breach. Walker's Toy Store is a small local business and the favorite place in town for kids to shop. Walker's Toy Store is a family-run business and generates about $500,000 in sales per year. Since they are a small company, the owner does not have a big budget for insurance, and he wants to keep his premiums as low as possible. Walker also knows that he processes a lot of credit cards per month and that he may have some exposure in the event of a breach. His trusted insurance agent tells him he needs to have cyber liability insurance, but that he can add it to his current BOP policy for a cheap price, and then he will be protected in the event of a breach. The agent does not offer him any standalone cyber options, and Walker binds the endorsement on the BOP. A few months later, Walker comes to find out that he has been the victim of a funds transfer loss. When he checks his company bank account, he sees that all $100,000 of the business's cash has been fraudulently wired out. Walker immediately calls his agent to inform him of the loss and to notify his insurance provider so that his cyber coverage can help pay the loss. At this moment, the agent's heart falls through the floor as he reads the cyber endorsement and finds out that there is no coverage for funds transfer loss. To make matters worse, the agent then comes to find that Walker must hire a forensics firm to do a full analysis of the breach and to find out if the hackers are still on the network. But Walker's BOP endorsement only offers $10,000 in forensics fees. When the forensics analysis finds that the hacker had been on Walker's network for 6 months before wiring the money, they also discover that they copied all of Walker's clients' personal information, including credit card numbers. Now, Walker must hire a breach attorney to help him comply with state notification laws, but Walker's cyber endorsement on the BOP only offers $10,000 of coverage, which is not nearly enough. While the investigation is ongoing, Walker is unable to make any of his online sales, which accounts for 50% of his revenues, and he soon comes to find that his cyber endorsement does not offer any business interruption coverage. Since Walker's policy does not include any public relations coverage, word hits the streets in a very negative manner, and his customer base becomes very concerned that their data has been compromised, and they decide that they are not going to shop at Walker's Toy Store anymore and instead are going to go to the big chain store down the street. Now, Walker's sales start to drop due to reputational damage, and he quickly comes to learn that his cyber endorsement on the BOP does not provide coverage for reputational harm. Walker's cyber endorsement on the BOP also did not offer any claims handling services, a breach coach, or trusted vendors at preferred rates, and therefore, Walker had to manage the entire breach response by himself. Once the dust settled, Walker's Toy Store had lost the full $100,000 that was fraudulently transferred out, but also, he lost another $150,000 in forensics expenses, notification costs, legal fees, business interruption, and reputational damage. His cyber endorsement on the BOP, however, only pays him out $20,000. With a loss of $230,000, Walker's Toy Store has only two choices: either close their doors after 30 years of business, or go after their insurance agent's E&O policy to try and recover their loss. This situation is unfortunately way too common in the insurance industry, and it is imperative that agents offer full standalone cyber quotes through reputable carriers on all of their business. We have seen this scenario play out countless times, and it's always an agent's worst nightmare. To learn more about how you can fully protect your clients from a cyber breach, reach out to us at ProWriters anytime.